we felt that when we were making the film, we sort of looked at ourselves and said, well, we've got all these trucks and we've got all these generators and there are all these people, and the fact is that we do burn fossil fuels and we do create pollution and we do put carbon emissions into the atmosphere, and you really can't make a movie without doing that. And so the idea of making the film carbon neutral, where we would basically plant trees and through the organization Future Forests, bring the total to zero, basically put back into the environment what we have taken out by the making of this film, was something that we felt was the right thing to do.
This is probably the world's first large commercial film that is climate friendly.
This movie gets released by Fox, and Fox is owned by Rupert Murdoch. And he has a certain political agenda, and I'm actually really proud that I did this movie for Murdoch, because, you know, it's a very subversive movie. And I always said, like, the movie doesn't have to be political at all. It only has to tell the facts.
There was a battle for 10 or 15 years about whether this is even a problem. And I think we've begun to emerge from that debate as the scientific consensus has strengthened, as the data has improved. To now, we're really beginning to debate finally what to do about it, and who should do what should the United States do relative to the rest of the world, what's the role of China, India, the European Union, etc. at one level. At a second level, what should we be doing here in the United States? What's the role of business? What's the role of government? And at a third level, what's the role of communities and individuals? And, you know, it's a pretty big problem. It's going to take many years to solve it, and everybody has to play a role.
By taking concerted actions to reduce our emissions, to wean ourselves from the reliance on fossil fuels, to slow the release of carbon dioxide that comes through the clearing of forests, we have the capacity to reduce the worst impacts and to set ourselves up for a society in the next 50, 100 years that we'll want our children and grandchildren to inherit.
And we can do it. It won't be the same world with different equipment. It'll be a different world, be a new world. But the world is new almost every day anyway. And we'd much rather have a new world with that sort of thing going on than a new world in which starvation is spreading around the world because we've eroded the environment out from under us.
Something is happening out there. We have numerous cities, including our own city of New Haven, setting goals for renewable energy. Cities across the country, states across the country, 26 states have some measure that would deal with the problem of climate change, either enacted or about to be enacted. People are active. It is sinking into people that this is a serious issue. And I think what is needed now, yes, it would be ideal to have political leadership in Washington. That would put it over the top. The president getting on the television and saying, we've got to do something, let's come together, country, and do it. But absent that, let's work at the state level, let's work at the city level, let's work in our communities, in our own decisions. We've waited on the politicians long enough, and it's time for people to take charge, it's time for people to take the helm. There are enough people in this country, I think, that are beginning to care about this issue to make a difference.